I'm Samantha Bryant, coming to you from Conapalooza in Kingsport, Tennessee. This is a brand new convention for me, and I've had a great time. And this is the Broad Universe Rapid Fire reading. And I'm going to start with a piece of flash fiction. So every October, a friend of mine does what she calls nightmare fuel, and she posts these spooky, creepy, nasty images, and we, her friends, write flash fiction pieces based on them. So for this one, I had the picture is like a bathroom wall, all blood splattered, and it has this creepy like Illuminati eyeball in it, right? So that's the picture I was working off of. And I did not title the piece of flash fiction that I wrote off of it. Let me get back up to the top. Okay, so here's the story. Margarita groaned when she opened the door. Blood splattered the walls in streaks and drips. The sink was clogged with gore. Stiffly dried rags that had probably been bonds for the sacrifices littered the floor, and a wave of putrid air nearly made her gag. Sighing, she propped the door open with the trash can and spilled a single drop of lavender essential oil into her face mask before she donned it. This was going to be a hard day's work. If she wanted to finish before nightfall, she'd better get to it. When the old master had been alive, it had not been like this. Sure, there had been bloody messes to clean up, but he had at least made an effort. A simple slicing of the throat and the capture of the blood into a beautiful ewer so it could be consumed from crystal goblets. Sophisticated, debonair. Sometimes you could even believe the girls were only sleeping. They looked so untouched when she arrived to clean up after him. None of this evisceration nonsense, leaving the room saturated and stinking. Junior was little better than an animal, leaving chunks of flesh in the sink and long bones scattered across the floor. Disgusting. Manuel probably appreciated that there were no longer corpses to dispose of, but Margarita thought a corpse was preferable. The family owned plenty of land, and the bones could rest alongside the generations of others that had fed the family fortunes. Investigators who wouldn't be deterred by money could always be mesmerized into misdirection. She wiped her sponge across the ridiculous eye first. What was he, 4 years old, playing with his food? Spoiled, nasty cretin. He deserved to be staked. She half wanted to do it herself, but Manuel still felt they owed the family loyalty for their wealth and longevity. She wondered if he'd been half in love with the old master himself. She could understand that. She still dreamed about the one time he had touched her, the shiver that had caressed her spine. How could Junior be his legacy? The young master was a disgrace, an abomination. She imagined wiping him off the earth as easily as she did the entrails in the sink. Catching a glimpse of herself reflected in the window, she unbuttoned the top 2 buttons of her work dress and posed suggestively. She still had it. Manuel could be persuaded if she played her cards right. It was time they washed their hands of the degraded remnants of this once great family.